Hello and welcome to this week's episode of So Fired. I'm Chelsea Toronto.
I'm Dr. Lindsay Regier.
And welcome. Each week on So Fired, we take life's shitty things and turn them into pretty things.
And we share all of our issues because there's so many of them. And today we're talking about now what?
Interesting. I look forward to that. So each week on So Fired, what do?
We share a So Fired moment.
So what's yours?
Let's see. Earlier this week, we went to a golf tournament to volunteer our time and our talent.
Yeah.
It was so underutilized.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, This was our time to shine. I was ready to sell. I was ready to make money for the kids.
Right.
And we got sidelined. Not great, but the highlight of the day is that we got to spend the whole day together. We were outside. And then we went on a trolley ride after that.
Oh, yeah, for the trolley ride.
Yeah. We made like a whole day. So even though our talents were not utilized, it's fine. I think people still appreciated us being there. And then
we appreciated being there.
And we had a fun day.
Thanks. Yeah. That was lovely.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't remember. I don't know. You know, when you said what was it?
Underutilized?
No, something else. Which kind of like, it was sad and mopey. And I was like, that's how life is right now. I don't know. My hair is so ratchet and like so thin that it's actually not taking me very long to get dressed in the morning.
No,
so that's nice because I am a lady on the go these days.
Yeah, you are. I don't know where you're going.
But... I was literally going to say the same thing. Nowhere.
I don't think the birds and the critters mind when you're hiking what your hair looks like.
Sometimes I feel better when my hair is washed.
Oh, yeah. Same.
Yesterday was kind of ratchet.
My hair's so freaking ratchet. Like, it couldn't even hold a curl today. That's why it's straight.
Oh, but it looks nice.
Thanks.
You wear straight well.
Thanks. I try.
Okay. We also have issues.
I do have issues. So my issue is that I've had adult acne. No, I've had acne since I was like 16, I want to say. And I went through 3 rounds of Accutane between like 16, 17, and 18. I had a pizza face. Someone called me a pizza face. I know. So when you're on Accutane, everything comes up to the surface. It does a purge and then it gets worse before it gets better. So from like 18 to like 28 maybe, I didn't have any acne at all because it sucks all the sebum out of your skin and you can't get a zit.
Okay.
It's amazing. Okay, but I don't know what happened in life. Maybe like moving to Colorado, maybe starting a business just made my acne like go in overdrive. And I'm like so freaking sick of having acne. Like I'm too old.
Yeah.
I'm like 30 something years old. Way too old to have acne. But on the plus side, I just got a new laser done on my face.
Right.
Yeah. Which is also
is this
making
your
me
so far
purge.
of the week? Is this?
No. But I'm like, this laser's also making me have acne because it has a purge again.
Wait, oh no.
I know.
That's the issue?
This is an issue. Like my acne's never ending. Like how old do I have to be to never have
Do you know that I don't
again?
see you with acne?
Really?
Oh, I don't even see your acne. Like I was like, do you have acne now?
Oh my God, yeah. It's like all over my chin.
I literally never see it. And you know what? I've only like you pointed out, I'm like, oh shit. and then like I'll forget.
Oh. Yeah.
I literally don't see any of your acne.
Oh, yeah. That's all I see. I see acne and acne scars. That's all I see on my face.
You should look less in the mirror. Because, like, I can't see literally any of those things.
Well, I have makeup on.
I don't know you any other way. So this is the real version of you to me.
But, like, when will it stop?
I don't know. When's life going to stop?
When's life going to start? That's the question.
Yeah, kind of, right?
I mean, my other issue is that it's really freaking hard to find a job. They say that there's jobs out there available.
Are they still? You know what I was thinking? You know, they do say that. They said that. But I was like, wait a minute. I haven't heard them say that in a while.
I guess I haven't heard you say that in a while.
What?
That there's multiple jobs out.
Was I the one saying that? Okay, I'm not hearing people say that anymore.
Oh. Or the ones that are available are just ones that I'm not going to be doing.
It's super hard.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's not hard, but it takes a level of like, you're embracing a lot of fear and it's kind of a miserable process. It's really just a series of rejections.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like my dating life.
It is.
It's literally like Tinder.
And then I'm like, well, it's a numbers game. If I throw it 100, hopefully I hear back from like 2, which I have. So, but then it's like
How many have you heard back from?
2.
Oh.
Yes. But I mean, it's like, oh my God, you have to tailor your resume and your cover letter every single time.
This is literally what it's like on Tinder.
Ugh. I don't envy you on the dating scene. I don't.
Or professionally.
I'm
just like, what part of, like, what version of me works? Society. Like, I feel like don't you always feel like you're catering who you are?
I know. I'm like, have you met us? We're not really meant to work.
Yeah, no, I get that. But I just mean in terms of like whether it's like relationship, maybe you're kind of established in a relationship, so this probably doesn't really apply to you, but like you may experience something like similar when you have a new girlfriend. It's like, what version, which category of me are you going to get? And I feel like in the process of like Tinder or trying to get a job, now you're like micro drilling down your personality, and you're like just trying to get someone's attention.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, what's professional me like again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that you ever had one.
No.
I can teach you.
I've been my own boss the whole time. So professional.
Who knew that would backfire, by the way?
I know. I'm like, didn't see that one coming.
I mean, like, I just don't necessarily. You think you have it on easy street. I have a new appreciation for everything you're going through. Oh my God, it's so hard.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I do have something to say in regards to that. I'm thinking about getting my nails off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
I was going to say in solidarity.
Yeah, in solidarity. I just got my nails taken off. It took me 6 layers of nail polish to figure out how to do it properly, but they look good.
What if I just got manicures?
Just get a manicure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if it chips?
I know, it chipped already, so now I'm going to have to go back and redo it.
I don't want to think about it all the time.
I mean, this is a temporary thing of me not having my nails done.
What about shellacking? Like, I'm trying to do this with you.
I know.
I don't want you to do this alone.
Well, thank you.
Honest to God, I was like, you know what? That would be a bitch thing for me to keep doing it. And so I was like, I'm not going to do that because.
I mean, you do you. No. Honestly, it's fine because my nails are paper thin. They might be see-through without nail polish on them.
Oh, no, mine are as well.
They're due for like
a breather. I was thinking about it now that Hiking Me has kicked in.
Yeah.
Hiking Me doesn't need nails.
Ooh.
You're
really turning into a real hiker.
Well,
I don't like that.
I'm trying to give myself a reason to like trick myself into thinking why it's okay not to have nails. I'm telling you, story with me hiking but the nails is adorable. Hey, look, bitch, I'm more trying to do this so you're not alone.
But you without nails or getting your nails done, it's not gonna be pretty because I've seen you gnaw on them. They're like down to the nub. And
stop it. Not, you know what? That is disgusting. I don't do that.
I've seen them very ratchet. Even when they are done. So like not have them done, I'm scared for your nails. Like, please keep getting your nails done. You don't have to be in solidarity with me.
I want it to be though.
No, I don't approve.
That's what kind of great best friend she is. Not bringing me down.
I already make you get your hair done.
Oh God. Yeah. You sure do, don't you?
I mean, you haven't jumped on lashes yet.
I can't afford it.
Yeah. So
like I can flub with my hair.
Right.
You know what I mean? You are religious about getting your eyelashes done.
I am.
Every 2 weeks to the day. I'm like, God damn, that was a fast 2 weeks.
It was. And I can always tell. I'm like, I think I'm due because it looks like I have no eyeballs right now. I just got them done yesterday.
Oh, so you have no eyeballs means
like when my lashes are not done, it looks like my eyes are just bare.
Oh, yeah, really?
I'm not slumming it and getting my lashes taken off because
I would
have to put on like 10 layers of mascara.
Or you'd have to get Latisse.
True. I already do Latisse.
You do?
Yeah.
Jesus. How much money does it cost to be you?
I mean, so far, I haven't really had to pay for any of that, but I'll keep you updated. It's expensive to be me, which is
you guys, we should take a minute. Like, let's honor what Lindsay is going through right now. Honest to God. All right.
Well,
you know what?
Do you have any more issues? And
I didn't even have one, did I?
Oh, no. Well, we kind of go into our topic of now what?
Yeah.
if you really want to know what's happening in my life.
Oh, let's talk about what happened at the golf tournament.
Oh, okay.
You go. All right, we'll tag team this. All right, I'll tell the story. And then you can tell it. Because I would never want to
chime in.
never want to miss now. Actually, I think I would prefer to hear your version and then I'll do mine.
No, you do yours.
Okay, anyway, so we're going to the golf tournament and Lindsay and I are showtime. Meaning we thought through what we hope to achieve when agreeing to volunteer at a thing, how SoFire could show up. Anyway, so we are go time. We roll off the cart even before the cart comes off and we're just like walking on the field. I don't know, whatever that means.
Yeah.
So guns a blaring. We are being outgoing. We are making friends. We are introducing ourselves. We are giving our pitch in a very soft, general way. And then there was one lady who was rolling up like big, like trucker sunglasses, the ones that are in right now. Gwyneth Paltrow's like gold rimmed.
Yep.
Yeah. She's wearing those. She's eating gummy bears. It's not even like 9. And then she's like, sorry, ladies. I have an upset stomach. I'm taking Orzo.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Orzo for bladder infection. I just slept with a new guy last night.
I was like, ooh, this is going to be a fun day.
I was like, fuck yes. Yes, bitch.
Yes.
I was like, what did I say? I started like geeking out fast. Like
Yeah,
I
you
was
did.
like kind of.
She was like, Chelsea couldn't control herself. She's like, gummy bears, and she's talking about having sex and a UTI. Like, oh, like the nostrils flared when she gets really excited.
Picking up what she was putting down. Like I was having a very strong. I was like, do you want to be friends?
I know. Like, I was like, can I have your contact information?
I did say that
immediately. Let's take a photo together.
I really liked her.
Yeah.
Turns out we're kindred spirits, if you will. How do we tell this story for the rest of the
You have a lot in common of the people that you know.
All right. So, oh my God. And then Lindsay says to her, okay, so we say, hey, we have a podcast. And she's like, really? Because me and 6 of my friends want to do a podcast too. And it's about women dating over 50. And I was like, oh my God, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, and Chelsea's like, okay, I want to be on it, listen to it. Do you want to be on our show? This sounds amazing. Tell us more.
It does sound amazing. Come on.
And especially from
you said the same thing.
Oh yeah, especially because of how she rolled up. Like, I have a bladder infection right now, and I have an upset stomach because I'm on this medication because I hooked up with a new guy. And
I
then
was like, we should pivot.
Yeah, and then I'm like, no, because I have like literally no dating stories.
I should be on their show.
But then I was also just enjoying her dating stories of like, I've dated this Italian man.
Yeah.
I fell in love with him. And then I was dating this other guy. I'm like, wow, I was telling her she's aggressive, but aggressive is the wrong word. She knows what she wants and she goes after it. And I admire that.
She's like, let's try and give an example from Instagram. Like, she's a boss babe. She's like the really rich one that like can kind of pull her own, like
legit.
call her
she
own
owns
shots.
a multi-million-dollar company and she's pretty
legit. Like the unicorns of ladies who are like, I'm not tied down. I do what I want. I travel.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
she's got it all going on. She doesn't need a man's.
She might live in like a moderate penthouse on the Upper West Side in New York City. You know what I mean? So like I don't know, like a solid Carrie Bradshaw. Anyway, so here she is. Lindsay's like, how do you meet men?
Well, yeah. I'm like,
no, it's okay.
Yeah.
That's what you said. And like, I was like, yes, what she said. Yeah. Like, you probably beat me to it. So in which case she said what then?
Well, I go out with my friends.
Yeah.
To this place in Cherry Creek.
Oh, yeah.
With
Houston's.
Yeah. Hillstone. Doesn't matter if you're not from here. And who does she go out with?
Who? My roommate. Yeah. All right. Lindsay's really tiptoeing around this. Let's get down to brass tacks. Okay. I'm rubbing my hands together. So listen up, kids. Hey, how do you meet guys? She's like, oh, yeah. Like, for example, I go out with my guy friends. You know, I have this friend that I met at Hillstone. Yeah. Like, even last weekend, I went to the Nuggets game. I was like,
Chelsea's like, Hey, besties. Do you want to get high naturally? HigherDose is a one-of-a-kind at-home spa experience at the intersection of wellness, health, and beauty. The infrared sauna blanket detoxifies the body and mind with a healthy sweat that boosts your mood. You don't even have to move a muscle, and you can get a full body workout. And it expedites your recovery, makes your skin nice and glowy, and calms down your nervous system. So, with the infrared sauna blanket from HigherDose, it increases your metabolic rate, increases circulation, lowers inflammation, so it makes you a little bit less puffy, strengthens the immune system, quickens your muscle recovery, and it naturally increases your brain's happy chemicals. And happy people don't kill people, as Elle Woods would say. And plus, it's super sleek and portable. Get your HigherDose sauna blanket using our link in our show notes. I'm like, oh, we're going to play it like this. Okay. And I was just thinking, I'm like, it's going to come out that you know him. Like, we're going to be talking, we're hanging out literally all day from like 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like, this is going to come up. She's like,
We're not talking. We're like apart. This is just the dialogue going on in Lindsay's head. Because I did choose, I had a split second. I was like, let's have fun with this. You know what?
And
let's see what happens. Because this is a split second decision to say yes or no. So I was really thinking fucking hard. Because of my whole life, I had hoped that this would happen to me someday.
You're like, I want to see what this woman says about hanging out with my husband. Like, let's see how this plays out.
Right? Yeah. Wouldn't you have been so disappointing that like I had to. I owed it to you and to the podcast.
Well, then, so like she's not really saying anything about anything. And then
it did say, hey, no, I don't know. And wait, remember? She was like, I don't know how it came up. She's like, he's like 65. But Lindsay's like, he's 60. I went to 60.
I went to 60.
She's like whispering under her breath. And she's like, no. I really think he's 65. And we're both like, he's 60. And we was just like, what the hell is happening? So yeah, there were times I was kind of like slipping. But okay, so what I chose to say to Lindsay later, like the moment passed. She didn't really actually say anything. She just said they went to the Nuggets game and they walked around. I was like, that tracks. And then what? That was kind of it. Yeah. And then a couple holes later, I turned to you and I said, okay, this has been really boring up to this point. I think I'm going to do something fun. Ready? And I walked up to her and I was like, come on, Lindsay, watch. And I was like, hey, person, I wasn't being entirely honest. Turns out he's kind of my husband.
She's like, what? You're Chelsea?
You're Chelsea? What? She's like, oh, you're Chelsea. Oh, and I met your brother too at Houston's.
Yeah.
Hillstone.
Doesn't matter.
Because of shit. And I was just like, this didn't turn out the way. I was so bummed.
I know. Chelsea was like really like amping up for some drama and so the fight. And because I'm like, Chelsea, you have to tell her who you are because you've let it slip a few times. So like, you're going to have to be like, hey.
You know what? Denver people are dumb. You'd be like, oh, you know what? I do know them. I think of him as Jim.
Yeah. So like nothing exciting really happened out of that conversation at all. It was just like, yeah, I know him. Like, okay.
That's cool. Kind of an issue. Here I am. I can't do shit. I can't.
She's like, I'm trying to catch him in a trap.
I just want to entertain ourselves.
The honey bear trap.
I don't even know that anymore. Do you know my roommate saw The Attorney? Do you remember The Attorney from episodes?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know what episode it was.
He's the one that like I thought I was a girlfriend. Turns out it was like his childhood mistress. And I didn't know about it. My roommate saw him out making out with someone that wasn't his wife.
Yeah, go figure. That tracks.
But the thing is, he's never been caught in public before.
Yeah, so he's getting sloppy, huh?
Sloppy. And my roommate said he was making out with an African-American woman. And I was like, okay. All right, you got a little cooler.
Yeah.
And then my roommate proceeded to go back to him and be like, hey, haven't I seen your face on a billboard before? And he was like, yeah, and every bus. I was like, oh my God.
He's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways.
So there's that.
Yeah. So my now what story is like, let's see, a month ago when I came on, I did Lindsay Tells All. Sold my business and I was like, yeah, this is so fucking awesome. And then like a couple weeks ago, maybe it was, 2 weeks ago, we closed down the business. I had a check in my hand. I went out to dinner, had a faux margarita. I was like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Like, it's finally done. Oh my gosh. I promptly put that check into the ATM at the bank because I'm like, I don't want to lose it, first of all. And like, second of all, I'm like, I want that money in the bank. So
That's why you get a check.
yeah, that's why you get a
Who
check.
are these assholes that sit on checks? Oh, I forgot to get it.
So like on a Saturday night, went out and celebrated. And then on a Monday morning, or no, a Monday night, I get a text at like 10 p.m. from my buyer. And they're like, we need to discuss things tomorrow before closing. And I'm like, what the fuck is that about? So I meet up with my buyer on the next day and they canceled the sale and they canceled the check. And I was like, what the fuck? And the reason why is because they seem to want to know everything about my personal life that is not pertinent to this sale, in my opinion. And they had an issue with like a side job that I was doing and I didn't tell them about it. I'm like, well, it's none of your business. So, like, why would I tell you? So that was the reason for canceling the sale. So, like, imagine going from the highest of high of like, oh my God, I'm done. Like, I've got my money and like I'm out, like, yay, to then having the check canceled, the sale canceled, and being like, fuck. Like, that was a very shitty day. And it got like a little heated when we're talking about the reasoning.
Last week you had your third worst day.
Yeah. All three of worst days of my life are related to my business. Like a meltdown last July, something this January, and then that day. So we all like took a beat. We took a day off. And then we met again on Thursday. And we decided to go forward again with the sale. However, there was like a very significant decrease in price, like very significant. And I was just like, oh my God, like I have to take it because like I'm done. Like mentally, I'm checked out. Like, and I felt very backed into a corner and it was just like so emotional and just so much like coming at me at one time. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll sign it. Like, da da da. So from like that time last Thursday until yesterday, which was Tuesday, I have been sick to my stomach about how everything went down. I literally like haven't been eating that much at all. And I just am like, I can't sleep. And I was just so upset about how everything happened. I'm like, I felt really taken advantage of. And I felt like, that's like not right. Like how everything happened, like that's not right. So yesterday I went into work and they're like, okay, well, we don't need you for the rest of the day. So you can go home. I'm like, well, I want to talk about something. So I went into this situation thinking like, okay, ideally I would like to get more money from the sale because like what you're doing to me, I feel like is so unfair. And like you're just like taking advantage of the situation. And I told them that. And my second thought going into this conversation was like, I just have to fight for myself and I have to say my piece because if I don't, I will literally never sleep again a day in my life. And that eating disorder is really like ticking up and that's not good either.
Well,
Yeah.
so fired.
Yeah, so fired. Basically, long story short of this is like I said my piece to them.
Yeah.
I didn't get any more like monetary value out of it, but the value that I did get out of it was that like I spoke my piece, I like fought for myself, and that was honestly the big win in my book because I feel like maybe a few years ago I would have just been like, okay, that's
No, you have
fine.
earned a voice.
Yeah. So
Like you have, if anything, you have embodied. Like if you could walk away with one thing, I think it's your sense of self.
100%. So I felt
There you go.
yeah. I
That's
felt really
kind of a
good
big
about like
deal.
how it ended. I was like, okay, let's just like get through the next few weeks. Like I'm helping you out with whatever you need. I'm just trying to keep it like as peaceful as possible. So that's why now it's like, well, now what? I need a job, and finding a job is really hard.
It's not great.
So yeah, so that is everything that everyone needs to know
I have
about
nothing
me.
to say about that except yesterday when I was hiking. I was hiking and it was a young man, a strapping young man with like work boots on, jeans, and like a light forest green t-shirt on, but ever so faint. Like actually, no, it was a white t-shirt. And he had a shovel and he's shoveling the walk, like the path, the hiking path, the trail.
Okay.
He is shoveling with a pitch axe right beside him. There's nothing that indicates like forest ranger.
Sure.
There, like, he's not dressed like a forest ranger.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing that says like crew working. I'm walking towards a man who is like digging a hole in the fucking woods on the
So he's
trail with
digging
a
your grave?
pickaxe right next to him. And
A
I'm
murder
like,
weapon?
what?
It's like he's digging a grave and has a murder
No,
weapon.
no, that's what I'm fucking saying. And I was like, I'm literally walking into my death right now. So then the kid kind of steps to the side. Super cute, by the way. I'm like, that doesn't look good, does it? And he was like, huh. I was like, well, that was funny. I don't know why I didn't say anything. I just kept walking because I'm not going to continue to have a conversation with my mass murderer,
Yeah.
with my like serial killer here.
Run. Run, bitch, run.
I was like, I just wanted to be, I did want it. I thought this. I swear to God, I thought this. I thought, if I'm going to be abducted, I just hope that it gets out that I made a joke. That my last words were a joke. Like, this doesn't look good, huh?
I'm going to have to be on the interview being like, even though she got murdered, she got one last joke in.
She could light up a room, and boy, did she like to tell jokes. And I want Keith Morrison, please.
Okay. But they have to interview like friends and family.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
And you're going to be on because he loves doubling down on the best friend.
Gotcha.
Especially two cute best friends. Oh, yeah, for sure. Anyway, so I continued to walk. And it was a few minutes, like a solid minute or 4, I don't know, whatever, until I saw the next set of, now it's a set of Rangers. And I was like, oh, same outfit.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like, one had a bandana. I don't know, something, or like, something indicated that I was like, oh, this is a troop. I turned the girl Ranger, and I was like, ha ha ha, I saw the guy back there. I was kind of feeling like he was digging my grave. No one fucking laughed. I was like, does no one watch murder mysteries? Fuck you guys. Like, this is literally the best joke ever.
Maybe they're like, oh my God, that's like the 10th time we heard that today.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, no, I didn't get that impression when it was just like, it was dead. Like, it bombed.
Oh, they're like, why are you speaking to us?
And then finally she came around. She was like, oh, yeah. But you not watch TV? What are we doing here?
Took her a minute.
But yeah, I thought that was funny. Even though, wait, what is today's topic?
Now what?
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that. I'll tell you now what. I realized that I have no self-awareness.
I find that hard to believe.
There are times I have limited self-awareness. For example, I can't seem to stop talking. Like, it's getting me in trouble. When it's just funny. It's so funny.
It's just as funny.
I want to be more strategic with my talking. Look, here I can do whatever the fuck I want. When I'm with Ken, I can do whatever the fuck I want. But like at work, like know when to shut the fuck up and be more strategic with my speaking.
Oh, are you saying like don't be yelling at people unnecessarily?
Oh, fuck that. That's not what I'm saying. Like when I'm having just know when to shut the fuck up.
I mean, I feel like you have that skill.
Not as much as I'd like. Or know when to stop talking. Like I'm really big onto like silence and the use of words. But it's like, in theory, it happens here when there's lights and cameras and I can go slow. But I don't really talk like this in real life.
No. It's a little more squirrely. That's why I laugh every time when you're like, hello, Kelsey Toronto reporting for duty.
Get the fuck out of here. Okay, point being is I like how I sound here. I think there's a little bit of breathing involved. I think we talked about that. Turns out I don't know how to breathe.
You want to be more strategic with your words?
Yeah, I just need to learn when to shut. Like, the person that talks the least wins.
That's what you always tell me.
I know, but I don't ever do it. I don't ever do it.
So you get more strategic with your words. Now what?
I don't know. But I could see that there's going to be more power in that. More respect.
Yeah. I mean, you know how to do it.
So I know, I just don't do it. And that goes for a lot of things.
Well, I think we all have our blind spots.
Yeah,
and
I do.
I mean, that's why it's a blind spot, because we don't see it.
I wish I could see all my blinds. Don't you?
Same.
Oh God.
Actually,
you
I don't
really
know.
love
Actually,
me,
oh, you know what?
if you loved me, you'd tell me all my
In
blind
trauma
spots.
camp, I think we talked about our blind spots.
That seems like a chapter that would be addressed, no doubt. And maybe you've erased them all.
Maybe. So traumatized, I can't even remember the blind spots. No, it was something like I'm just overly competitive sometimes.
You don't know that about yourself?
I'm like, I do know that about myself.
That's so blind. Who picks out the blind spot?
All the people that were in the group.
Oh.
You have to put in a piece of paper and like in a jar, and you have to like read all your blind spots. You have to read something negative about yourself and then something positive about yourself.
Oof.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now what?
Now what? Now what? So we're trying to, we're pretty unemployable, but we're working on it.
We're not going to keep stating that. I feel like we're reinforcing that.
Okay, we're not unemployable. I think we should maybe put our manifesting powers to work and manifest
that's a really good
jobs.
point. Okay, yeah. I think we're both kind of bottoming out right now. Low key. So I think this is those times when we're supposed to do those things that they say on Instagram. I swear to God, I know this sounds corny, but I think we should. It's like all hands on deck.
What are we supposed to be doing?
Okay. We were supposed to be journaling every day.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
And then obviously we're already working out, so that's fine. Sleep is okay. What are the other things you're supposed to do?
Gratitude.
That's gonna be
what you're gonna manifest. This is what I do. 3 things I'm grateful for.
Are you still doing this every day?
Yeah. 3 things. I took a break over the past 2 weeks because like nothing was great.
Okay.
So 3 things I'm grateful for, 3 things I'm excited for, 3 things I'm manifesting.
And the things you're manifesting the same every day?
Yeah, usually. Maybe like swap one out.
Do you do that deliberately?
Yeah, because I want to keep it top of mind.
It's the same 3 things. Why would you add something different?
Because maybe I accomplished one already, so then I can swap it out.
How big are these manifestation things?
Like one is big, one is usually it's like a couple big ones and maybe like a smaller one.
How small?
Like, oh, I just want to hit this like one monetary goal this week. That'll be easy.
And what's a big one?
I want to have a job that pays me X amount of dollars by this date.
I think I'm going to do 2 smalls and a big. And by big, I mean like JV.
Or I'm like, So Fired is a top 100 podcast.
Okay, I've been doing that one for a minute, for years actually.
Yeah. So
I said top 50.
Yeah. And I mean, and like all the gratitude and the excited things change every day.
Okay, so I think I should resume 750 reading. I have to kind of get back on like if you fall off the wagon, it's kind of like getting back to the things that work.
I know. I was saying I don't even have a reason to wake up early in the morning.
Okay. That really scares me because that is me. And like for me to first of all, that's not easy to hear. So I'm sorry I've been saying that to you my whole life. I don't have a reason to live.
It's like, I'm like, what's the point of waking up early? I literally have nothing to do.
And 6 weeks from now, you're like, what's the point of even waking up?
No, I have too much anxiety to let myself do that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I will find something to do.
Of course. That's what we all say.
Yeah. So,
you are no better than me, by the way.
No, not at all. But I'm like, I get it now. What's the point?
All right. Well, this has been a dope episode.
I know. Lots of secrets revealed, I feel like.
You went to town.
Well, apparently people like that. So
they demanded to know more about you.
I
don't know if they demanded. They were eager to know more about you.
Yeah, because literally nothing ever happens in my life. So when it does, now I can share it.
We're glad you do.
Yeah.
So
now what? Now you can share this episode with your bestie and make sure you tag us on Instagram with a screenshot of this episode with now what are you doing and share your takeaways. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.